Hey guys, welcome back to the Cornelius Collection. I'm Hayden, and today I want to talk about the theater experience or going to the movie theater versus movies at home. There seems to be a lot more people than I thought that would prefer the home experience. And now I am personally a movie going person. That sounds so weird to say. But yes, I prefer to go to the movie theater. I understand why people would rather watch movies at home. You know, you have less distractions. Well, somewhat less distractions. I mean, that's kind of a positive and a negative. You know, you don't have an audience around you that could possibly be making noise and distracting you from the film. But if you're like me, when you're in the movie theater, it's really easy to stay off your phone, silence it, don't look at it throughout the film, and it allows me personally to really engage with the film. Where when I'm at home and I'm trying to watch a movie, my brain is all over the place, and I end up checking my phone, or I'll get distracted during a slow part of the movie, or something in the movie might even make me want to look something up, maybe even something about the movie, like where have I seen that guy in? And then I pull out my phone and I start looking it up, and then I'm less engaged with the material, with the film. So one thing that I've heard people talk about is pricing. You can pay a lot of money to go to the movies if you don't have any sort of subscription service. And to people who say that, to their credit, there aren't a lot of great movie theater like subscription service deals out there. You've got Cinemark, which is I think it's like $8 a month, and you get 10% off your popcorn and one free movie every month or something, and then maybe a small discount on each additional ticket you buy. But I don't know. I did that for a little bit, but you're not really getting much. And I mean, $8 and all you're getting is one free movie ticket. It's not really that great of a deal. I don't really know what the other deals are off the top of my head, but I have done research in the past, and there aren't very many good ones at all, except for AMC A-List. Now, AMC A-List is the subscription service that I have through AMC, of course, and it's $20 a month. You get 3 movies per week, like 3 free movies that are covered through the plan. You can reserve them ahead of time through the app. You also get a discount on concessions. And for $20 a month, you can see, 12 movies. Like, that is an awesome deal when you consider the fact that they have an IMAX and a Dolby theater. Those tickets are naturally going to be more expensive. A normal non-matinee ticket is probably going to cost you, anywhere from $12 to $15, $16, or you can just pay $20 a month and get 3 movie tickets per week. You can reserve them ahead of time. You can cancel whenever you want, as long as it's before the time that the movie starts. You can't really beat that. And I know a lot of people say that AMC is like the Walmart of movie theaters. I don't totally agree with that. The one by me is actually pretty nice. Like I said, they've got IMAX and they've got a Dolby theater. I think most of the AMCs provide both of those experiences. And to be honest, I feel like the seats that you get, the recliners that they have in the AMC Dolby theaters and the normal recliner theaters, are some of the best, most comfortable movie theater seats that I've ever experienced. I feel like they're even better than Draft House, Alamo Draft House, which is, one of the more upscale theaters, one of the more, one of the theaters that people talk about very highly, which they are a great movie theater, and I do recommend going to those. It does seem like they value the movie-going experience a lot more than even AMC and other theaters. They have the strict rules about no cell phones, no talking, all of that stuff. They have people, I think, monitoring all of that throughout the movie. maybe not throughout the whole movie, but they seem to take it very seriously. It's a nice atmosphere. They have a nice bar, all that stuff. Great theaters, but I still don't feel like their seats are that comfortable. I have a few Alamo Draft Houses in my area, and I've been there a few times, and I don't know. It's not quite as comfortable as AMC, and the little like plate tray thing where you eat, you kind of have to like lean forward to get your food, and it's kind of awkward, and they don't recline very far back at all from what I remember. Not that that's a huge deal. They're still comfortable. It's still a nice theater. You know, like I said, they are a great movie theater chain. But AMC is very close, if not like identical to your average Cinemark, I feel. Now, it depends where you live, but I feel like Cinemarks are everywhere. There's not quite as many other theater chains as Cinemark. They're kind of running the market, at least in my area. There's only like one AMC that's really close to me. But like I said, I have AMC A-List, and I feel like it's worth a little bit of an extra drive. You know, it's still only like 22 minutes away. But I feel like it is totally worth it with the A-List for me personally. Now, kind of circling back to price, which I've kind of been talking about, you know, you can, maybe a month after a movie releases or it comes out of theaters, you can find good deals on brand new movies on Blu-ray. So technically, you don't have to wait that long after a movie comes out to own it on Blu-ray for almost the same price as a movie theater ticket, or maybe 2 tickets. So I guess I can see why some people, especially if you have a family or a large family or kids or whatever, I can see why you might choose waiting for the movie to come out on DVD and Blu-ray to just buy it and own it and watch it at home versus taking the trip all the way to the movie theater, paying who knows how much for everyone's tickets, and getting to watch it at home in the comfort of your own home. But I really like to see the movies when they come out. I also, shameless plug, I have a podcast called Midnight at the Movies. I will link that below. Go check that out. I try to go see movies when they come out and review them and all that. It's been really hard with the COVID situation, obviously, but movie theaters are finally starting to open back up. But one of the main reasons that I like watching movies and prefer to watch movies in theaters is for the experience. You know, I actually enjoy getting out of the house and going somewhere to enjoy the movie on a huge screen with other people, with optimal sound, and especially when you get to see it in IMAX and Dolby, you can't beat that. I don't think you can really replicate that, at least for cheap, in your own home. And I'm also someone personally who doesn't want to spend a ton of money for an optimal sound system for my home theater. I don't know, there's a lot that goes into it. It can seem very daunting. It costs a lot, like I said. I don't know. I would rather just have an average, setup at my house. And this channel is talking about me collecting Blu-rays and all that stuff. So obviously I watch movies at home as well, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of money on a setup right now, at least. I might in the future, who knows, but I'd rather go to the theater and go experience that. And then if I really like the movie, then I'll buy it and I'll have it on Blu-ray. That's kind of the way I look at it. I'm also a Blu-ray collector that doesn't like to collect everything. I like to just buy movies that I really enjoy. I want to have a collection that is very curated to my taste and really reflects on my movie interests and all of that. I like to see just everything that comes out into theaters. I don't want to have to buy everything that goes to theaters and then comes out on Blu-ray to see if it's any good. I want to go have that optimal experience, decide for myself if it's good, and whether or not I want to buy it on Blu-ray. And that's just the way I like to do things. And there's nothing wrong with, the other way of just buying it on Blu-ray if you think it's going to be good or if you heard it's good or whatever. Um, I just like to do it my way. And now moving on to one thing people complain about is, I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but people talking, people's phones going off during the movie theater experience or while you're at the movies. And I have had my own bad experiences, but I find that they don't happen as often as you would think. And I mean, as many times as I go to the movie theater, I'd say maybe 10%, maybe less, are bad experiences. What I'm trying to say here is that most of the time that I go to the movie theater, it's not a problem. There's no one's phones going off, no one's kicking the back of my seat. The worst is sometimes you'll have people that are talking periodically. That can get very annoying, but overall, it's kind of a mixed bag. Some areas might be worse than others. I think socially, as a society, things might be worse than they used to. That's one thing I've heard people say when it comes to the movie going experience. That might have some validity to it. I'm not really sure. I don't know, man. People just aren't considerate, and some people go to the movies and they don't think much of it. To them, it's just going to hang out with their friends and talk during the movie and have a discussion. And that shouldn't be the case, but some people just do that, and it's unfortunate, but it doesn't happen very often in my experience, at least. I don't really know if I have anything else to say on the matter. Yes, I do. Okay, so I'm sorry that this video completely turned into like an AMC promotion. I didn't set out for it to be like that. But, it is a big part of why and how I go see the movies, so it kind of is relevant to the video. But I also forgot to mention, and I wanted to add that I also, I love extra features. I love watching even commentaries by the director or the filmmakers. So those are also things that you can only get at home. And you can also, that's stuff you can only get by having the physical media. You can't get that from owning it digitally or streaming it. I forgot to even touch on streaming, but it kind of goes hand in hand. Physical media is definitely better than all that stuff. So I think that's about it. I don't know. I'll put you guys back in the video. Like I said, I hope theaters and the theater experience will stay around for a while. I hope that COVID and movies releasing straight to streaming services or straight to where you can buy them video on demand, I hope that doesn't become the normal thing. I hope that movies will still get released into theaters and that theaters will be around for years and years to come. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see what happens in the future. But as long as movie theaters are around, I'll be there to go watch movies. And hopefully enough people will be there too. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I know this wasn't like a collection video, but it's a topic that I've heard more and more people talking about, and I wanted to kind of weigh in on the issue and give my thoughts on just, what do I prefer, movie theater or watching movies at home? And, they both have their pros and cons. One is a controlled environment. One is not controlled, but you get essentially the most optimal visual and audio experience, auditory experience, whatever, that you can get. So you kind of got to choose whatever you like, and there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, thank you guys for listening again, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.